Jodie.
Hi.
Gabby, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Congrats on the film.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what stood out to you about this story that made you want to invest in it and be a part of it?
Well, Pamela Green's a filmmaker, and she made these amazing discoveries. She was at the beginning of the discovery process, and not really knowing what she was going to find. And it turns out that she really discovered the first narrative filmmaker, possibly of all time. I mean, that's pretty amazing. Alice made all of these films. She made thousands of movies. She gave Georges Méliès his first job. She gave all of these people that had been given the mantle of being the first filmmakers. She was the person who hired them, gave them their opportunities. She went on to have a big studio, and then was promptly forgotten. And had to find her way back, trying desperately to find her movies so that she could get into the history books again. She had been written out. So I think that's what feels so redeeming about this moment, and certainly for Pamela, that she, spent all of these years finding all of these discoveries, these treasures.
Right. And all eyes are on women right now in the film industry as they're coming out after this Me Too movement. So why is this a really great time for this film to be released?
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know that the Me Too movement is the same thing as the discovery of women directors and all that kind of stuff. Maybe there's something coincidental about it. I'm not sure what it is, but it's true that the last bastion for women that they haven't really been able to jump into has been being a director. There's lots of women directors in the indie world. There's lots of women directors on television now, and increasingly there are now women directors in mainstream filmmaking, distributed filmmaking. But that really wasn't true. I mean, when I grew up, there were no women at all. So I think it's exciting. I think a new voice is exciting, and I can't believe I've only made one movie with one female director. I mean, my whole life. That's quite shocking.
And the horror genre is one that you've also been a part of, and that's seen even less of a women director seat. So where do you think that genre is going?
I don't know. I do think that sometimes there's a misunderstanding about why women aren't making franchise films or why women aren't making a certain variety of movie. And some of that, there is some choice in that. I mean, women want to make the movies they want to make, and sometimes when it's so hard to become a filmmaker, they really want to make the ones they want to make, not the ones that might be more advantageous to them. I have to say, I saw Us like 2 nights ago, and what an extraordinary filmmaker Jordan Peele is. So it brought me back to the horror genre, and maybe there'll be a female Jordan Peele out there to make an extraordinary movie like that.